You're shaking the whole desk. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki.
And I'm Shrek. I'm Adam.
And today we're doing a Q&A. So it is Halloween and we thought it would be fun to wear our costumes for this year. So this year we decided to be Shrek and Fiona. I was gonna be the ogre version and Adam told me not to. So I really was thinking about it. I wanted to have the ears and everything too, like him.
It's funnier this way.
Yeah, but Trevor's actually not home right now, but he is going to be Donkey. So we're gonna have the whole ensemble together for Halloween. But anyway, happy Halloween to you guys today. It's always this time of year when Halloween comes around that we get the cold weather and it always hits right for Halloween. But Anyway, if you wanna go ahead and take that off, he's not planning on keeping that on the whole time. Are you gonna keep it on your head or anything, or you just...
I don't know.
It won't stay? It's scary. This thing's creeping me out.
It's kind of creepy.
I feel like I'm going to use it to scare you many times now after Halloween. I'm excited.
I'll put it back on for the end. How about that?
Perfect. Okay, so we're going to be going through some questions. I made a community post on my YouTube page asking for different questions for us. So we got a lot of them, more than I expected. So we're going to go through as many as we can. Sometimes I do 2 parts, but I'm really trying to make this a 1-part video for Halloween today. So we're going to get through them as quick as we can. But let's go ahead and get started. So if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's get started. I have them sorted out by top comments. So we'll just kind of go through in that order. So the first question is actually, when is Adam going to share his weight loss journey? Just curious.
I do. I'm just kidding.
You do actually a lot. Like most of it is on my channel.
You, but yeah, I like being like a side character. I like being involved with yours, but not leading it.
Yeah.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah. He doesn't really do like the editing or planning or any of that stuff. He's just kind of there, but he's helpful. He helps with like a lot of the prep stuff and watching the videos with me after and stuff like that. So
I'll start cooking more.
Yeah. He does want to start doing more cooking videos though. So maybe we'll slowly just keep doing that. But yeah. Okay, so the next question is, I started strength training more seriously over the last few months and I'm not sure what changes to expect on the scale and with my body appearance. Could you talk about what changes you saw when you added strength to your routine? You show a comparison photo at 180 versus 190 where you look so much leaner at the higher weight. So yes, that was definitely something that I dealt with that was kind of hard on me mentally because when I started taking weightlifting at the gym more seriously, I did plateau. And that was like the last time I lost weight. I pretty much plateaued and have stayed there or gained weight since then. The weight I have gained has been slowly and it has been muscle. I've continued to still lose fat as I've stayed consistent with the gym, but it was definitely tough. I had to really get away from the scale at that point because I was focusing too much on it and letting it get to me mentally. So that was really the point when I started weightlifting, was when I stopped focusing on the scale. I still weigh myself every once in a while, but it is not what it used to be when I was more in like weight loss mode. But I do have a video where I kind of show the differences of my body. If you haven't seen that, I can link that in the description, just how long it took me to see the changes with my body and like when I stalled and stuff like that. So I do have that, but yeah, it was definitely a process. Do you have anything to say about that? Okay. No. The next question is, have you and Adam ever argued during your weight loss journey about certain foods you thought you should or should not be eating? Also, what are the changing color lights in the background of some of your videos? Okay, so those are Adam's lights.
Yeah, well, you have them too.
But mine don't change colors.
Oh, that's true. Mine do.
Well, technically, I do have some around here you can't really see, but around the floor, there are red lights. But these don't change colors. But downstairs, around Adam's little man cave area where he plays video games, he wanted his own lights. And so... Yeah.
And I just have them constantly on like a changing cycle, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
It's funny in your videos when you see it change from color to color.
Yeah, especially when I like edit and then it's like not the same second. But yeah. But then the other question about, have we ever argued about certain foods? So...
I don't think during this time. I think in the past, like other things, but not during like when we started Weight Watchers. I don't think we really ever.
Yeah,
because you pretty much were like, "Hey, let's try this." I'm like, "Cool, let's do it."
Yeah, I don't think we argue. I think there are certain times where like one of us wants to eat more like unhealthy options and the other one doesn't, and it goes both ways. I was gonna say there are times where I do and he just like does. He's like, I don't want to eat like that type of stuff right now. I
don't want to feel.
Yeah, but I feel like more so you try to push me to get more stuff, and sometimes that I feel like it doesn't like cause like tension, but like I just like I kind of feel bad because I feel like I just don't want to feel that way. A lot of times when we get like fast food or stuff, we just don't feel great after, but then there are times where it is worth it and we have options we like. So there's been balance. Never a point where we've like argued about it though.
No.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one is like whenever we make like 2-ingredient dough when we've been craving pizza. And we haven't, we're like glad we like made that instead of getting pizza.
Yeah, like we'll both be like oh, we want to get food out, and we like, no, we shouldn't because we have food at home, and then we end up making the food at home, and we're like, we're so glad we did this. Yeah. Okay, the next question is, I'm wondering about your exercise and weight training routine. I recently have lost 50 pounds on WW and not sure what the best way to tighten up some of the looser skin now. You look amazing and wondering about your routine for working out. Thank you. So that is awesome. Congrats to you, 50 pounds. That is really awesome. My exercise and weight training routine is nothing really specific. I feel like we're both kind of the same, where we just have set days. So like a glute and hamstring day, then a shoulder and chest day, then a quad and calf day. Like that's pretty much how my split is. Then I have a back, bi, and tri day, and then I have another glute day. So
yeah, you have 3 leg days. That's the difference.
Yes, I have 3 leg days. Adam has usually 1.
1 or 2. I have been doing 2 a week on my like more the weeks that I go more.
Yeah,
so.
But it's kind of hard to explain like how I do it. I don't really follow any guide, or I don't follow any guide. I don't follow any app or anything, but I pretty much just focus on those groups that I'm going to be doing. And I have a set of exercises that's like, I just think of it as like a bank of exercises I can pick from. So I'll pick like 5 out of like 10 of the options, and that's what I'll do that day. And I am in the process of getting my certified personal training certification. I'm hoping to get that done soon. It's been put off with just so many crazy things happening all year. It's just been like nonstop. But I am almost to my deadline of when I need to take my exam to pass, and then I will feel much better about what I want to do, which is create some type of gym guide. And I want it to be more like how I have done it at the gym, like what's worked for me, which has been like bisection. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can make a guide to kind of show that, because it isn't fully like what normally people do. Usually there's like a set plan that they want. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling right now, but
I think that would.
I do want to share more detail about it. I do have a lot of my workouts on Instagram. I'll post different exercises that I like to do, but yeah, I don't have any like full workouts posted, so I will have to do that, but that's something that I'm working on. Love watching your videos. I always wonder, my husband eats very differently than I do, and I've been on a weight loss journey while he is not. He has a very active job and wants to be a potato on the weekends, while I am sitting a lot and want to be up and moving on the weekends. Do you guys have anything that works for you, or any tips on staying encouraged when you and your partner are different like that? I feel like we can kind of relate to that with like how your weekends, like you want them to be your weekends. Whereas like I kind of just space everything out throughout the week. Like I don't have like a certain like rest day type, not rest day, but like day off. I like to just spread out my work and stuff.
Yeah, you like to like pretty much take like rest throughout the day instead of just having like a whole day off.
Yeah. So I feel like sometimes that like can affect us, but usually we're on the same page with like when we want to do certain things that are active. I don't know. I feel like,
and like eating too, like eating, we're normally like pretty synced up. At least like the days I work, I bring food for like when I'm going to be at work, and then we eat the same thing at home for dinner.
Yeah.
I think, like just kind of, I don't even know, like focusing on yourself.
Yeah, because still, like, we still make time to spend time with each other on, like, say it's, like, Adam's weekend. So he has kind of a weird schedule where he has 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off.
Yep.
I said that right, yeah.
Yep.
So that's his schedule. And so on his off days, I feel like we have a good balance. Like, you're able to get your, like, rest and relaxation in, and that may be the time that I go to the gym or I rollerblade. But then we still find time to do stuff together on the weekend as well. Even if it's just, like, playing Mario Kart or trying to find something that's more, like, just kind of fun, like playing pickleball, which doesn't feel as active, or even like when we go to Activate, or like the different places we like to go, even if we're going to like the corn maze, like different things like that that don't feel like exercise, that are just fun activities that get us moving. I feel like that's what we like to do on your weekends and stuff. So yeah.
I think kind of, like focus on yourself while also like we kind of do our own thing for a while, and then we come together and do stuff together. So I think that's kind of huge for that. Yeah. Okay, the next question is, do your other family members follow your YouTube channel? Have they shared their thoughts? If so, I'm guessing they're proud of you and Adam. Thanks. Thank you.
So, well, first of all, definitely my brother. He has been very helpful with my YouTube channel, especially in the beginning. I remember when I first told him about it, and I was so embarrassed because I was just first starting out, and he's very much on the internet, on Reddit, on YouTube and stuff. So when I told him I was starting a YouTube channel, I knew he was gonna call me a dork and make fun of me and stuff, but he was actually extremely supportive, and I feel like it even made us even closer. He helped me a lot with like thumbnails and titles and stuff in the beginning, and just kind of like giving some feedback. So he definitely was very supportive. I know my parents watch my videos, so I appreciate that. Other than that though, I don't really know. We put our videos out there, and if people watch them, they do. We don't really like ask people or like tell people about them, because we still just feel like, I don't know, we don't want to be like pushy with our videos and stuff like that. This is our life, and like we do share very much like a lot of our life. So if they do, in our day to day. So, I mean, they can keep up with us through that. It's kind of nice. I feel like family that's like distant can maybe see and stay in touch that way and like watch our videos that way. Okay, love seeing the videos of when you guys go somewhere and do fun things. It shows how you add exercise and food finds into your daily life. Oh, that's not a question, but I'm glad because that is what I like to do. I like to incorporate those types of things and hope that it does show you that you can have balance, because we didn't know that for so long, that we could have the balance that we have now, and it has changed our lives, and it just makes this whole lifestyle sustainable and enjoyable. So I'm glad. How did you guys decide to go on this journey together? And do you think if you didn't do it together that you have had a harder time staying on track with a partner that ate differently from you? We, first of all, since we started dating back in high school, both of us, like growing up, struggled with our weight. And that was something we like talked about right away. I feel like both because we just love food and we talked about our love for food and all that. We got bigger together.
I think everyone can see our love for food.
Yeah. Yeah. So there were many times throughout college that we like together would decide to want to lose weight. We both always were on the same page about it. I feel like, I don't even remember, like we were just very open talking about it because we both had like dealt with it.
Yeah, we both like, we kind of had the same mentality and like kind of the same issues that the other one had, so we could kind of bond over it too.
Yeah, and we both knew that we needed to get healthier. Like at our heaviest, when we were really struggling, we both knew like we needed to make a change. Both of us were scared. We were seeing effects with our health, and it was just like going too far, and we were both aware of that. So we pretty much decided to just do it at the same time. We had attempted to start different diets so many times, and they just did not work for us. And so this was just another one of those times where we talked about it in the morning and just said, okay, let's do it. But we actually stuck with it. And like,
I feel like this time was a little different though. Like, I feel like we had a little bit more background information, and like we both like kind of agreed just go all in. Like it's just a change. Like it's not a diet.
Yeah, something about like for me specifically, I was seeing other people online. I was seeing these transformation pictures and finally thinking like, okay, this is possible. This is real. Like in the past, it was always just like, we need to do this. We need to lose weight. We need to lose weight. But this time I was like, we can lose weight. And like, I feel like I came to you saying that, and you were just like so willing to do it.
Yeah,
and
it like resonated really well between us both with that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. I do think we would have had a harder time if we both weren't on the same page, but I still think that like for me personally, I was to the point where I knew no matter what Adam was going to eat, I was going to do something about it because I was getting very, very scared for myself. Yeah. So. Have you ever lost a significant amount of weight before and gained it all back? You guys should be so proud of yourself. Losing weight is a big accomplishment, but keeping the weight off is amazing. I lost 40 pounds a couple years ago, but went on vacation and I couldn't get back on track after that. Yeah, so honestly, not really, because in the past when we would try losing weight, we would never actually lose the weight.
Like a weekend.
Maybe 10 pounds, but I don't even think we ever lost that much. I really don't.
I don't think so.
And then we'd end up actually gaining weight after because we would restrict so much, and then we would just eat a ton of Sonic shakes and ice cream and everything.
Yeah.
So
everything in sight.
Personally, we just haven't had that happen. Since we've lost our significant amount of weight for both of us, we've pretty much kept that off, or at least within a decent amount. Like we've gained a little bit back, but in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered making a list of items from your snack reviews, maybe just 9s and 10s? We need to do that. Actually.
I said we should do a video of just the 9s and 10s and show them again.
Yeah, we can go through and do that. We just have to watch 52 videos then.
Well, now we have a bunch of like 9 to 9. We should do like 9.5 to 10s. Because like...
We have a lot
since our middle is 8.5, I feel like 9 is just a little bit higher, but 9.5 is...
Our rating system is literally just like 6
flawed.
to 10.
It's super flawed. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's whatever. It works. Does your mind ever wander to foods you used to eat that made you overweight? How do you stop yourself from temptations and overeating?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So what would you say?
I mean, I would say that one of the big things that she definitely, like, from the beginning of this weight loss journey, was to not restrict anything. Like, we decided for a month to not eat fast food, to kind of eat food here and get used to like more like trying different foods and stuff like that. But we never really like restricted anything. Like, we'll still eat everything, but we kind of eat it in moderation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely times where I think about it. Like, it's always when I feel the most like tired or exhausted or just like stressed that I'm like, oh my gosh, I could go for a giant cinnamon roll, or I could go for like something so indulgent that I know is not gonna make me feel good. And like a lot of the stuff that I used to eat, or even like that Sonic shake that I mentioned, like I will just think, or like Cold Stone, I'll be like, oh, I could use a giant bowl of Cold Stone right now. But I know that it's not gonna make me feel good. And a lot of times I just kind of talk myself through that and like think about the after effects, like how I'm gonna feel tomorrow, because like say it's at night and I want Cold Stone, but then I'm going to the gym early in the morning and I know that that's gonna affect my stomach, and I'd rather just feel better. So having a lot of sweeter options at home that are lower point, like Air, Clio bars, Skinny Dip, like we have so many different options. We can make creamies, yogurt, apple nachos, everything like that. Having those at home as an option make it easier to like not have to think about these temptations, because there are still things that I like think about that I'm like, oh, I could go for that. Or even like mac and cheese, like from Noodles and Company. I love the mac and cheese, but like I can make a version at home that's even more filling, and then I just feel better about it. Yeah, I feel better.
I feel like the biggest thing, for us too is like we kind of know how we're gonna feel depending on what we eat. Like sometimes we'll indulge in something, but like we kind of know going in how we're gonna feel. So like that kind of helps with our decisions to like avoid it or not have it that time.
Yeah. But then there's sometimes we just deal with it. Yeah. And we try to take Lactaid and, and hope for the best.
And Gas X.
We do still eat. I feel like we sound like we've like cut these foods out. We still do have them. It's just very much in moderation.
Yeah. And now I can't really have shakes anymore because I will feel awful.
And then just for fun, do you have siblings? So yes, I have my brother that I mentioned earlier, and then
I have a sister.
Yeah. If you both could make one food 0 points and or calorie free, which would it be? Oh my gosh. For me, I would say bread or like dough or pretzels.
I think I'd say pasta.
Or pasta. Yeah, no, pasta. Okay, yeah, sorry. Bread or pasta. Yeah. I love bread and pasta and cheese. All three. But I would probably say pasta. So
any food?
Any food that could be 0. Like, what do you wish you could just eat the most of it? I feel like for you it'd be like peanut butter.
I know, yeah. Probably peanut. I was honestly thinking of something savory, not sweet.
Oh, okay.
But it probably would be peanut butter, because I would love to eat peanut butter all day.
Anything peanut butter flavor he loves. Yeah. I feel like peanut butter for you, pasta for me.
Yeah.
How has your health improved since losing weight? You don't have to get into specifics, but has blood pressure changed at all? So yes, for both of us, you have more details. Like you had done more of an in-depth like checkup. I know that my blood pressure was high when I was at my heaviest, and it's back to normal now. But other than that, I don't really have any like numbers or anything. I just know that like a lot of the stuff that I was going through, like back pain, knee pain, being winded, doing pretty simple tasks, stuff like that, all of that has gone away. But for you?
I had a physical done like 5 months before we started this weight loss journey, and I had high cholesterol. And then the next year, because I get one yearly, the next year I had a physical done, and it was back in the normal zone. So that was like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Blood pressure is back down to the normal level. Same thing. Like I've been able to play basketball and softball that I would not have been able to play before.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been able to do a lot more with joining like a basketball and softball league and stuff. So that's been really awesome.
Yeah.
How do you stay consistent with exercise? I love my Peloton and all the classes that are offered, but I always put what everyone wants to do ahead of doing that. So do you want to go first? How do you stay consistent with exercise?
I mean, do things you like. So if you like your Peloton, like then definitely keep.
Well, like you said, you do softball.
Yeah,
you've tried to find other ways to stay active.
Like it doesn't always have to be going to the gym or even biking. Like play pickleball, basketball, sports like that. Even just going for walks or something like that. Like just simple things to help stay consistent.
Yeah. For me personally, it's just doing something I enjoy. So I love rollerblading, and that's something I used to do when I was a kid, and then I didn't do it for like 10 years. Honestly, it had been so long, and I just remembered how much I enjoyed it as a kid. I actually always thought I was an ice skater. I thought I was like ice skating when I was rollerblading. I thought it was so cool. And so that's why I always enjoyed it. And so I picked it up again after I had started WW, and now that's become my favorite form of cardio and exercise. It's something that I can't do throughout the winter, so that's when I started going to the gym, and then the gym became my therapy pretty much. So that is something that is pretty much really one of my top priorities because of what it does for my mental health, not just my physical health. So that hour to 2 hours, however long I am like getting ready, going to the gym, taking the time there to focus on myself and get stronger, even if I'm doing like the hydro massage after, like that is my time for myself that I'm focusing on me. A lot of times I can like do work on my phone too, and I've been able to like study there, which has been nice. But just getting there and making it a priority every day, even like when I'm swamped in cookies, I still take an hour break to go to the gym to just get some fresh air, because that used to be the worst for me, was when I was at my heaviest and I just wanted to get outside. I just wanted to do things and I couldn't, and I wouldn't make time for myself, and I would just continue to suffer, and it was just like a downward spiral. So making it a priority no matter what, I really, even if it means going to bed an hour earlier or getting off my phone for an hour or something like that, there are definitely sacrifices I've had to make to stay consistent with exercise, but it has been so beneficial. It's given me more energy, and it's been worth it.
Yeah. I was just going to say, if you find something that you like doing and it helps like your mental health, like your Peloton, like make time for it, because it's good to have time for yourself and something that makes you happy and kind of gives you like a mental reset for the day.
Yeah, it's not selfish to exercise. If anything, it's just more beneficial, and it'll make you stronger and, like I said, have more energy. There's so many benefits to exercise that it is just definitely worth it to make time for it. Happy birthday, Adam.
Thank you.
Did you ever get impatient in your journey? I'm down 30 pounds, but feel like it should be so much more. I find myself getting impatient and frustrated at my body. If you experienced this, how did you handle it? Like, what do you do to work through it? So definitely. First of all, through like the weight loss part of our journeys, I feel like there were random weeks or like a few weeks in a row where we just wouldn't have a loss, or it'd be like -0.1, -0.1, -0.1. And it was like, oh, we feel like we're doing everything right. This should be more. But at the same time, we were still having physical changes happen. So even if the scale wasn't moving, we still were making progress. And I think that like taking pictures and taking videos and trying on clothes, those types of things are really helpful in that scenario when you are struggling to maybe see progress. Honestly, for me, I have this mentality sometimes where I definitely think that way. Like I get in my head and I'm thinking like, I'm working so hard at the gym. Why am I not seeing progress? But like what I do in those moments is I'm like, okay, I'm just not even gonna focus on it. Cause at that time I'm looking at my body thinking like I should be seeing more. So like I literally just put a big hoodie on and I just focus on like, I'm just gonna keep doing the right things because I know that the results come when I do them. So I try my best to just not even think about my body. It sounds so weird, but like, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cover myself up, not even think about it. And I'm just gonna keep focusing on the right eating choices and the right exercise. And something about that, like covering up and not thinking about it, I don't know. It really helps me to not focus on how my body looks and the progress on my body and just focusing on, I know I'm still drinking my water, I'm eating my vegetables, I'm going to the gym, like I'm doing the right things. And then after weeks, it does add up and it will come if you just stay consistent with it. I promise if you just stay consistent. So I don't know if that even makes sense. I feel like I just went on a little tangent about it, but that is like in my head how I think about it. I literally like put a hoodie on and I'm like, I'm not even gonna look at myself. I'm not gonna think about it because I know that over time, the time's gonna pass and I'm gonna keep doing the right things and it's gonna work. So sorry. I just thought that was a long one. Do you have anything to say about that?
I was going to say,
like,
like, as long as you're staying consistent, the biggest thing is, when she says all the time, is like the non-scale victories. So like she said, like taking progress pictures and like feeling like personally like how you're feeling. I think that's like a huge thing, especially if you hit like a plateau, to like change the way you think and not actually like always look at yourself, but like how you feel.
Yeah, definitely. Next question is, do you have any advice on how to believe in myself that I can actually lose the weight? Even when I try to only think about small goals, my mind still creeps back to the total amount of weight I need to lose, which causes me to feel anxious, depressed, discouraged, and defeated.
I would say like maybe don't focus like on how much weight you think you have to lose and just focus on just like consistently doing something positive every day. Whether that's doing one more active thing or
drinking your full gallon of water.
Yeah, drinking more water, something like that. Instead of trying to focus on like way down the road, try to focus on like each day one at a time.
Yeah. For me, I don't know what switched. Like, I think I just got to the point where I was so fed up being so negative to myself and putting myself down and realized like, I don't deserve this. I don't treat anyone this way. If anything, I treat everybody so nice compared to myself. Like I was such a people pleaser and I still am. I still am working on that. But like, I just realized like I was so horrible to myself all the time and I didn't believe I deserved to take care of myself. I didn't believe that I could take care of myself. I thought I was a failure because I could never do it. Like these were the thoughts that I had in my head all the time. And something just flipped in me. Like when I realized like I can do this for my health. I need to do this for my health. And for me, it really was like going on Instagram and seeing other people's transformation pictures, their journeys, and just realizing like, it's possible for anyone. It really is possible. Once I realized like anyone can do it, I just kept seeing people doing it and I just like, I don't know. I realized it is possible for anyone. And so it's hard to just like explain to someone like to just believe in yourself to do it. Cause I know that it's just like,
it's not that easy.
It's not that easy. Yeah. It's such a like mental block, but I don't know. Something just clicked and I realized like, I'm going to be a better person for everyone and for myself if I can just do this and just take care of myself and make myself a priority for once and stop being so negative and hateful towards myself. And so I feel like that was just a huge, huge step. And I think that was the time also where I started listening to some more videos by Katie Morton. I've mentioned she is a therapist on YouTube. I started listening to a lot of her videos and I can link her in the description, but her videos helped me a lot to kind of maybe believe more in myself and stuff and think that like, I don't know, because I struggled with binge eating, I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was the only one dealing with that. And then realizing, even by reading her comment section on some of her videos, that other people were going through this, it kind of took that weight off me and realized, okay, other people are doing this, I can do this too. And so, yeah.
I'd say the biggest thing is, just focus on yourself. It's never selfish. It's
what?
It's never selfish to just focus on yourself. Because like, if you're not going to be the best version of you, then no one else is going to get that version of you.
Exactly, yeah. How does Adam manage his points when he is away from home so much?
Is that like work?
Yeah.
So yeah, for work, I don't leave. That's what I was saying. I don't leave the house that often, so I just want to make sure.
So for work.
For work, I work 12-hour shifts. So I leave the house at 5 a.m. I get home by like 6 o'clock, and I pack like a breakfast, a snack, and a lunch for like that, and I'll track it all at home right before I leave, and then I'll come home and eat dinner. Some people don't like eating 3 meals, so like you can space it out if you do like a 5 or 6 meal person. But yeah, I bring enough food for the day so that I have food when I'm hungry, I will eat it, and then it's enough for me when I come home and I have dinner that is perfect for me for the day.
And I feel like pre-tracking helps you so much. Yeah. Just have all your food out in the morning and scan it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to worry about like as I'm pulling it out of my bag at work, like trying to scan it too. So pre-scanning, it's actually huge.
Yeah. And then another one, how has your grocery bill changed? Are you spending less money now on food as compared to before WW? So yeah, since we started WW, I would say we're spending less on food, but only because we were spending so much on food before because we were getting so much takeout and stuff. So I feel like that was the change. Like if anything, we spend more on groceries, like at the actual grocery store now, but that's because we're cooking our meals at home. So I think we're probably spending around the same. If not, we're probably spending less, but I would say we're spending more because of the amount of snacks we get.
Yeah, so we just stack up on
We made up for it in that, but.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably spending around the same, but like we've shifted it more to grocery instead of eating out. So.
What are some of your goals for your cookie business? Do you plan to expand? Any other business ideas? So honestly, right now is exactly what I want it to be. I really like doing holiday pre-orders and then just a few custom orders throughout the month, throughout the year, whatever I do. Every weekend I have custom orders for like birthdays, anniversaries, different stuff like that. So that is what I like right now. I really like focusing on the holiday pre-orders. I don't have any specific plans to expand. I kind of like that my business is just me doing everything. I like being the one to do each step, and so I never really wanted to get to a point where someone else was like rolling the cookies or anything like that. Like I do like doing that. And I've scaled back. I'm not really doing cakes this year. That's going to be my focus, is mostly just cookies. So it's gotten to the point where my business is like exactly where I want it to be after almost 8 years now. Yeah. So I don't have any changes that I have coming up, but it's just been exactly what I want it to be. So the next question is, do you have a set time that you stop eating by on weekdays?
I mean, no, it's like about an hour before I'm gonna lay down. I try not to, but sometimes I still do.
I'm pretty much the same. Yeah, it depends on the day, because like, yeah, sometimes you're home late and then you eat dinner late and then you have dessert late, but like I usually try to stop eating within an hour before I lay down, just because I can like feel the food in my stomach, and I feel like I always feel worse in the morning if I eat right before bed. Yeah. But that's the only reason that I do. Usually it's just because I don't want to feel bad the next day. Yeah. And to stay hydrated but not bored, what is your go-to flavored beverage?
I mean, liquid IVs probably, if you're going to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I was going to say liquid IVs or like the Ghost hydration packs. I love those. Or even just like Mios sometimes. Sometimes I like that they have like the caffeine in them, or they have like different types of, they have like immunity ones. I don't know, but they have different flavors that are good. What was it like telling him about your ED? Was he surprised to find out, or had he secretly suspected you had an ED? So did you know? I don't think you knew what I used to do in high school.
Not that we did in high school, but I kind of did the same stuff. So like when I heard about it, it helped me too. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that wasn't something we directly talked about.
Yeah. Honestly, Adam didn't know the details of all of it until I made the YouTube videos. Yeah. And then that was pretty much when it got brought up and I talked to him about it, because it was really hard for me. But as I've done YouTube and stuff and realized how much it helps other people to hear what I've gone through or what I'm going through, it's made it just a little bit easier to share. And that's why I've been able to tell him more, because I was very, very embarrassed by it, which is nothing to be embarrassed about, but I was scared to tell him. Yeah. But yeah, I think he was understanding, because he's definitely struggled with a lot of the same things.
I did a lot of the same stuff that you did, and I honestly didn't realize it was what it was until you kind of explained it.
Yeah. Do you and Adam plan to do WW indefinitely? Yeah, I mean, I feel like even if we stopped using the app, we would still do the points in our head. Like, it just works for us as an easy way to count our points. Like, even if a day goes by where I don't track, by dinner time, I'm sitting there thinking in my head, like, okay, this is what I had, and I just count the points up to see, like, okay, I've got about 13 points left for the day. Like, I do that even if I didn't track that day. So, I don't know. I feel like it's just become so, like, habit routine that it works for us. Is there anything a little unconventional that you found that helps you stay on track?
I mean, would that be, like, your reward thing? That's a little, like, out of the box.
Yeah.
That helped a lot at the beginning.
I guess that did, yeah. Just tracking for consistency, or rewarding yourself for consistency. So in the beginning, when we first started, instead of rewarding ourselves after a month for like losing 10 pounds, we rewarded ourselves if we tracked for 30 days straight, which we both did. And then we both got like rewards for ourselves.
Yeah.
So that definitely was different, and that's definitely what made such a change for us, like having success, I feel like. But if anything, we like to ingredient prep versus meal prepping. I know a lot of people are successful with meal prepping, and for us, it just doesn't work for me personally. I think you actually it would work for. I think if we meal prepped, you're fine eating the same meals every day, but I get so burned out. And you did better with it. That's what I'm saying. He'll do better.
After like day 3, I was like, this is like the same meal 3 days in a row. I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, but anyway, just ingredient prepping really helps. Do you include intermittent fasting for weight loss or strictly WW? We do not do any type of fasting. Both of us are much more likely to binge if we do any type of fasting. So we just personally don't do that. We just use WW. I feel like Adam is the mysterious one behind the scenes. He's there, but he's not, and that's okay. I would like to ask, what's Adam like? Which actually, I don't remember. I don't think it was a comment on here. I think someone might have messaged me or commented on some other video saying that you were like really shy and quiet.
I am.
It's so wrong. No, it's so... Okay, why?
I'm just kidding.
No, he's not. Like, the way Adam is on camera is so opposite. Like, I feel like... And it's not like anything bad. I'm not saying you're like fake on camera. You're just much calmer. He gets very calm and nervous. Yeah. Whereas like, I feel like when I turn on the camera versus normal, like this is just how I talk. It's very like normal. I'm very like, I feel like I'm kind of quiet. Like, especially in groups, especially in public, especially in social settings, I'm not very outgoing and I never have been, whereas he is, and he's the loud one. Like all day, the second this camera's off, he is screaming and just yelling. Like I'm not even lying. I'm gonna have to start filming.
Make me sound like I'm just screaming at you.
I make it sound like you're, no, not screaming at me, like screaming goofy stuff, like just yelling and goofing off and very much like a child. Like it feels like there's a child here. But that's not how he acts on camera. But he's starting to like warm up a little bit more. I try to leave more and more in of like the snack reviews with editing, even if we have some like goofs and mess ups and stuff.
Stupid things I say and do, So just ignore him, it's fine.
Yeah. No, but he is it's so funny because like I feel like we're kind of opposites, whereas he's super outgoing and I'm not, but then...
Not on the camera, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
But that's what...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, that's why I always say, like, if you see us in public, just say hi. Like,
we'll talk in public.
We're very friendly people.
But even that, in public, I feel like I do more of the talking and he gets nervous.
I'm just like, hey.
But he gets nervous. But then if we're like around friends or something, then he's the loud one and I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here and not say a word. I'm fine with not talking.
Yeah.
It's funny though. It's funny that people think he's quiet when he is the loudest human I've ever met. And you always take that as an insult when like you are and you know it. Like you always act so shocked.
No, I know I am. I have acknowledged that I am. It's just funny that everyone thinks I'm not.
Yeah. I'll have to film him sometimes when he doesn't know and show you guys the real Adam with his noises.
But this is the real me.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like your personality, but not like the loudness.
I'm not going to like scream on camera. It actually, for the first almost like 6 months that I was in your videos, she would have to turn my voice up.
Oh no, I still do. There's still times where I do. You've gotten better though. He has talked a little bit louder, so that's good.
Good.
Okay, how's the next cookbook coming along? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get that started. I have recipes that I already have ready for it. Like we've already tried some that are really good, but I've got a list of so many more that we're gonna be trying. So it's in progress, but like not even close to being ready. If anything, I'm focusing on the gym guide first and then that, but really I wanna get to work on it because I'm super excited with some of the stuff I have coming, so yeah. Are Adam's pants gold in that picture? Your pants are gold, yes, yeah? That was for an 80s party?
Yeah, I still have those.
Was getting used to WW and the point system difficult? I want to join WW, but nervous that I won't understand and I'll give up before I start. For us, it wasn't as difficult as like calorie counting and stuff we tried in the past. The point system just like worked better for us. I think
it like simplifies everything for you. So it takes everything together and puts it in a point system. So like you can have fun with it too, like scanning everything in your house or at stores and stuff. Like it's kind of like a more fun way to do it.
Yeah. And I think one thing that we really did that helped us was focus on 0 point foods and filling up using 0 point foods. I think that sometimes people are so caught up on like they get 23 points in a day and then they only focus on the foods that are points, but we bulk up so many of our meals with 0 point foods that make them so much more filling and satisfying. So yeah, using the point system just made it simpler, and having 0 point foods made it easier. Because like in the past with calories, having to track all 0 point foods, I never stuck with it. Yeah. Will there be another meetup in the future? We're hoping to.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like to. Yeah. I don't know when, but probably not. Definitely not this year.
Yeah. Or where? Might do a little road trip. I'm just kidding.
Dream destination or destinations for you too? Dream destination, I've always wanted to go to Greece, but I mean, just because it looks so beautiful there. I don't really like the water as much though, so I don't know. I'm not huge on traveling though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Ireland.
Why Ireland?
I don't know. I've heard great things about it. It seems like a cool place.
Okay.
And I'd want to just like experience it. I don't know.
Okay. Current favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, well, I feel like we're on the same page with breakfast right now because I started making these hash brown scrambles where I pretty much just cook hash browns, some type of protein, some type of veggie, and then scramble eggs with it. It's so easy. It's all in one pan, and it tastes like a restaurant. And I feel like we've both just been eating it like every day. It's so good.
It's like a skillet that we used to always get. And, it's just so good.
Yeah, so that's our favorite breakfast. Lunch, I feel like yours is always wraps.
Buffalo chicken wraps. I make them like every other day.
And then my lunches change, I feel like. I go through phases where it's like bowls for a long time or wraps for a long time, sandwiches. I feel like lately it's been tuna sandwiches. I don't know why.
Yeah, you've been obsessed with tuna lately.
Tuna sandwiches and tuna melts. I just have been loving.
That's definitely your lunch, yeah.
Dinner for me is any type of pasta or pizza bake.
Yeah, I was going to say 2-ingredient pizza bakes or taco pasta specifically.
That one's in my cookbook.
Ooh.
Who is Tyler? I just discovered you on YouTube, so there's a lot I don't know. It's actually Trevor. So I saw there was another one asking who Trevor is, but he is a close friend of ours. We started working with him at Potbelly Sandwiches. Well, Adam worked there first. I got the job pretty much the same week as Trevor. We both started working, and Adam had already worked there for years at that point.
And then Nikki became our boss.
Yeah, and then I became the assistant manager and I was the boss for both of them. But we became really close when I started up my cookie business, and then the transition, Adam left Potbelly first, then Trevor, then I did. But I pretty much started the cookies full time, and then Trevor started to work for me doing that. And he pretty much does like all the packaging. He helps with cleaning, dishes, all that stuff. So he moved in to our house because we bought our house in 2017. And so then he's been helping with that ever since. And so he just lives here. You'll see him pop in and out all the time.
Randomly when he doesn't know that he's being filmed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll just see him walk around in the background of my videos all the time. But yeah, that is Trevor. Is Weight Watchers doable without processed food or Weight Watchers food products? So first of all, they're getting rid of all the Weight Watchers food products, I've heard.
I did not know that.
I just got an email about it today, actually, but I didn't even click. It just said like Weight Watchers food going away, but it was from Weight Watchers. I don't know.
Sounds like clickbait.
But anyway, without processed food, I definitely think Weight Watchers is doable. We still incorporate different processed foods. I know some people like get really specific with like processed foods and stuff and they don't want to include any of them or whatever. That's totally fine if that works for you. We have certain things that work for us because it just works for us. We have balance. And so we do incorporate a ton of whole foods, but then we also have our processed foods that we like as well. And it just works with our point budgets. But yeah, I think that it is doable without processed foods in their WW food products. This is a good one. I just thought of another question. Why do you all always smell your food? I've always wanted to ask you that. Why do you do it without food? I honestly think that's something I do and you just do because I like make you do it.
Well, I'm also interested when you smell it in your face. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I want to smell it.
I don't know why. I just always have been that way where I like to smell something before I taste something. I love trying new things. And so I take it very seriously. I like to smell it and like take it all in. And I don't know. I feel like maybe my sense of smell is like really sensitive. And so that's why I like to smell things. But yeah, a lot of times I'll smell it and they'll be like, Adam, smell it.
Yeah.
And so that's
good and bad.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, I'm sure you've gotten this question before, but do y'all plan on having children in the future? And the answer is no, we do not. No. We have our dogs. We have both very busy lives. Yeah. We like to stay busy and we like to have a niece and nephew and not our own children. It just works best for us. Yeah, we've pretty much decided on that
a long time ago.
Yeah, and
that was like and that was something like it's. I know it's a difficult conversation for a lot of people, but that was something like right away that we agreed on.
Yeah, and we just know that we can be the best versions of ourselves and do more for others, and it'll just work better if we don't have kids.
Yes, it's true, and
yeah, but props to everyone that does, and
props to the people that don't, and
yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with either. So yeah, have you ever thought or desired to live somewhere else? Honestly, yes, I think about it a lot, but also I love where we live. Yeah. We love our town. Yeah. We're in such a good spot, just first of all, with so many stores by us, so many different things. Like, it's nice being an hour from Chicago because then we're by a lot of different, even like events and stuff or different like fun places to go to. We're an hour from Six Flags. We're an hour from that place. Like we have a lot going on here and that makes it really nice. The weather is I don't really like the cold weather, but I do love the summers and spring and fall isn't bad. I just don't even know how you go about moving to another state. I don't even know, like I know that it's possible, obviously. I just know that it's a lot of work. And even with just like having my cookie business here and stuff, it just makes sense for us to stay here. I feel like his job, he enjoys his job. He has all his friends at his work. Yeah. And so, yeah.
I don't know why. Like moving from our situation before where we kind of like lived together for like 5 months and then we got a house and that was it. But I feel like going from like our house to another house is like a whole different beast.
Oh yeah.
And so I can't like comprehend that. So
yeah. I mean, we could do it. It's more just like knowing where to go.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah. And especially now with how houses are. We're very, very fortunate that we got our house when we did. We love our house and we're grateful for it. So, yeah. Why don't you wear your wedding rings? You do sometimes.
I do,
you
yeah,
randomly will.
I know.
Mine,
it's like a forgetful thing, honestly.
Should I go grab it really quick?
Do it, yeah.
Okay, so here is my wedding ring. I do have one. You can see it. I love it. It's beautiful. First of all, it's too big. It slides right off my finger. So I need to get it fitted. But also, I do not wear jewelry. Like you can see, I have my ears pierced. I have jewelry. I just never wear it. Like when we first started dating, he used to get me jewelry.
Yeah.
And I pretty much had to say like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to use this. I just can't. I have something where like there's something on me and I just don't like it. Yeah. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel anxious. And so rings I don't wear, bracelets. I can wear a wristband or like a ponytail and that's about it. I don't wear earrings.
That's because it has a future purpose.
Yeah, I struggle with wearing jewelry, like especially with baking too and like working out and like I feel there's just I need like maybe I'll just get like a tattoo or something like that. That would honestly work the best for me because I just hate jewelry. I really do. Yeah. So yeah. But I love my ring. I do love to look at it.
Yeah. I'll say, and I have a normal ring and then I have like a silicone one I got for work. Mm-hmm. But at work too, like I'm always washing my hands and I'm always taking gloves on and off and like dealing with chemicals and stuff that it's kind of tough for me to even do that.
Yeah.
And then I just sometimes
and it's just isn't it just like annoying to have on?
Yeah, I sometimes forget it. And I'm a lefty, so like I have to use it with everything too. So it's like
we're just gonna have to get matching tattoos.
We're weird, and people have called us out for it before. So
what is Adam's job?
Speaking of my job, okay. Yeah, so I work in a TPU lab, thermoplastic polyurethanes. It's pretty much plastics. I'm a QC tech.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And I hope you guys are having a great Halloween. Yeah, I was going to say, you need to get that back on. Yeah. That's terrifying. I kind of want to wear it for a sec, but...
You want to? You got to take your crown off.
It's so scary.
You got to take your crown off.
It looks too real next to me. Well, first I'm going to say, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me see that mask. Let's see. Is this going to be wet?
No.
Look at my hair is in front of my
Oh my gosh.
Wow, we're so cute.
We're so cute.
I don't know what I did.
It's recording still. Oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.